Hello everybody, welcome to StraightA, Dawson here, back with another edition of the Parlay episodes. I kind of just sprinkle these in throughout the season, just kind of, get some content out there, show you some bets I'm making over every now and then. Of course, bet responsibly if you're going to bet, but please, also know your limitations. I know my limitations and what I'm able to do and what I'm able to comfortably actually live on and do. I do these for fun. I don't try to go and make a bunch of money. I think it's just kind of fun, watching the games and seeing what happens and seeing how close I can get. I think it's a fun little game I play with myself, and, it does have the small possibility of making you some good cash. So, take that as you will, but please bet responsibly, and let's get right into the video. If you haven't already, please leave a like right down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below about other stuff you want to see us do on the channel. I'll kind of quickly go through some of the parlays, why I made them, but I kind of make some different parlay what's called types for different reasons, and I'll kind of go through those as well. First up, the 15-leg parlay I always put, or the 16-leg depending on when I put the bet in of the games this week. Of course, it is Saturday, so we're about to see a Saturday night game of the Lions and Cowboys, so that should be starting here in a little bit. But I think the Lions are either going to get really, really close to beating and upsetting the Cowboys, or they're going to actually beat them. So the spread there, plus 4.5, felt a little aggressive for how good the Lions can be. So 4.5 felt really good. Taking the Dolphins money line, I think the Dolphins are going to win, so it's going to be one of the upsets I kind of take there. Over on 40.5 in New England versus Buffalo, I think either Buffalo's going to, it's a divisional game. I know it's going to be more defensive based, but like Josh Allen and the Bills tend to put up a lot of points anyway. I think the New England Patriots get like 14 points at least, 17 points maybe. Even though it's a good defense, I think it's still a divisional matchup, and I think 40.5 is still pretty reasonable for them to get over on there. Over 37.5 for Falcons and Bears. I think these are both deceptively very okay offenses, and I think it could be easily a over 37.5 game rather than the under 37.5 game. So I just feel like that's just a better bet to make there. Houston Texans minus 3.5. I think they're going to not kill the Titans, but they're going to beat them by a pretty good score. Las Vegas Raiders and Colts under 42.5. Two teams that... Two teams that have been really struggling on offense. I think the Colts will get a little leg up, but I don't see the Las Vegas Raiders doing much on offense. So I put that under there. Then you get the Rams minus 6 against the New York Giants. I think it's way too low for a spread. To be honest with you, I could be very wrong, but I like the Rams here. Carolina plus 4.5 on Jacksonville. They're struggling. Man, this was a hesitant one because none of the stuff I really liked for this game, but I went Carolina 4.5 here purely because I think Jacksonville's struggling, and Carolina probably will get a third win. It's either going to be this week or next week, so I like them here at plus 4.5. Under 48 for Arizona Eagles. I just think the Eagles are not looking to splash a bunch of points. I think the Cardinals have potential of getting like 14 points. But other than that, I'm not really looking for like a 30-plus point game from one of these guys. Saints and Buccaneers are taking the Buccaneers money line easy. 49ers minus 14. I think this is everything I hate about this one too, because it could either score 45-plus points or under 45 points and just be a defensive masterpiece. I'm putting minus 14 purely because of Chase Young. The Chase Young revenge game. I think could easily be just an offensive boom, and then all of a sudden Chase Young just shuts down the defense or the offense of the Commanders. So that's the reason I ended up going with that one, but I'm not exactly happy about it. Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're going to pick up the 9th win, make it very... Ooh, my phone notification. That was Instagram. I think they're just going to beat the Seahawks pretty easily. I think they're going to get their 9th win and be happy with it. Under 43.5 for Bengals at Chiefs. Take it as you will. I just don't see this being, both offenses have struggled in recent weeks. I just don't see either one of them who have decent defense, especially Kansas City Chiefs, being this like a big offensive masterpiece. I see that Chiefs can put up some points, but I don't know if the Bengals are going to be able to really do it. Broncos money line. This is all just in the hope that they actually win. And Green Bay money line on beating the Vikings. I feel like that was all the money line ones. I just don't want to go. I've already went into it with my predictions, but if you want to know more, go to that video. My bet's the Gus Edwards. Oh, sorry. This is like the multitude of different things that could go right. So I did eight. Oh, by the way, that was $1 for $22,579. I always do these for $1. It's fun little parlays. The random other parlays. Oh, this was the same game parlay. Might be. This is the Dolphins Ravens parlay. Gus Edwards getting a touchdown. I feel like he's really good at doing those. And defensive line of the Dolphins isn't the best. They could stop him, but I think I like that. Tyreek Hill, always a good bet for getting a touchdown, to be honest with you. Hasn't got one, I don't think, in 2 games, so that's pretty good. I think Lamar Jackson at over 226.5 passing yards for a very offensive game. I think it's going to be pretty over that. Raheem Mostert over 46.5 rushing yards. I think also they're going to utilize Raheem Mostert a lot more in this game, so I think he's going to get some breakout carries there. Zay Flowers, I think he's the main target there outside of Isaiah Likely, but I like Isaiah Likely more in the receptions category than Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers over 55.5 is a pretty good line, actually. I think it's going to be slightly over. I think it's going to be like 60 or 70, but it's going to be pretty close. Tua over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Again, I just expect at least one of these guys to put up 2 touchdowns. I think it's going to be Tua. They have to pass a little bit more, especially against a good defensive line at the Ravens. Then you got Isaiah Likely over 3.5 receptions. I think that's an easy over. I think I see him getting 4, 5, 6. So pretty easy. I did go over for Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions as well, purely because it was a lower odds one, and I wanted to. I don't know. I feel like I really needed to kind of hedge my bets on Zay Flowers having a good game. That's kind of the likelihood I put that on. And speaking of likely, I also think Isaiah Likely will get the first touchdown. I had to find one of the lower end ones to really boost up the payout, because it originally was only like $200. I was like, well, that's kind of boring. So, and plus it's almost unlikely anyway. So why not just make it $864 and put, buy my bet. So there we go. And put Isaiah Likely as a first touchdown scorer. If it happens, cool. If not, oh well. Then we have the 8-leg parlay of just touchdown scores. One of these you're going to think, what the hell? Stephon Diggs getting a touchdown, I think I like that. Nico Collins coming back, getting a touchdown with C.J. Stroud, pretty nice. Kyren Williams is always a safe bet. DeAndre Swift against a defensive line of the Arizona Cardinals. Feel pretty good about that one. Adam Thielen hadn't seen the end zone in a while against a weaker Jacksonville defense right now. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's also, I'll be honest with you, that's the one I put in here. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hope it happens, because I have Tyler Lockett in my league because of Amari Cooper was hurt. So I really hope he gets a touchdown. Lucas Krull is the one that's pretty weird. I don't know. My dad told me about him, and I saw him. I've seen him out in the field, but he's the backup tight end in the Broncos offense. I think that apparently Sean Payton likes him, according to my dad, so I'm kind of hedging my bets there to see if he gets a touchdown. It's a low likelihood, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to trust you, Dad. I'm going to trust you. And Aaron Jones getting a touchdown, I think he's going to be coming back here near the end of the season. And that's a payout of $4,837 if it hits. Then we have an 8-leg parlay for multiple different things across all games. A.J. Brown over 86.5 receiving yards over the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're going to get out to a really strong start. A.J. Brown probably have one really big reception, and will be good. Then you have the Derrick Henry over 54.5. I know he's struggling the last few weeks, but like, come on, it's Derrick Henry. I can never take the under, especially if the under's that low, especially against Houston Texans. I know they're a good defensive line, but I don't know, divisional matchup, more heavy on the run, I think. Well, I'll decide to go for it. Alvin Kamara over 32.5 receiving yards. I wish there was a receptions line for him this game. I don't know if there. I looked, I couldn't see one, but there might be one on FanDuel. I just didn't see. But I'm going to take him over 32.5. I was debating about under, but he gets so many receptions at times. Like, it's either he gets a lot or he gets a little. I think he'll be a good target, so we'll go 32.5 over. You could take the under there, and I probably agree with you too. That's kind of put it in there because I was trying to look for one more. Justin Fields over 187.5 passing yards. Somebody in the Falcons-Bears game got to make this interesting. I hope it's Justin Fields. Simple. Aiden O'Connell, easily 1.5 to passing touchdowns. He's definitely not getting more than 2. Cooper Kupp, most receiving yards of the game for Rams and Giants. I don't know. I feel like it's a Cooper Kupp game rather than Puka. Puka's gotten a lot of spotlight. I want Cooper Kupp to get a little bit of spotlight. Against the Giants, I feel like it's easily possible. Brandon Ayuk to score 2+ touchdowns. It's to help make the bet a little bit bigger. I think he's due. I don't know. He's been a major target, but hadn't really found the end zone in a while. It's usually been George Kittle, CMC, Debo. I don't want to put Debo or George Kittle just because that's going to be in my fantasy game. It's fine. I'm going to keep that there because I can just see the last little bit. Oh, wait, no, it just didn't lock me out. Never mind. So I think finally he's going to get 2+ touchdowns and be happy. Again, he's the only person I really would hedge my bets on because everybody else is just so evenly touted, I guess. So it could easily be George Kittle, could easily be CMC, could easily be Debo. Brandon Ayuk just hasn't seen the love a lot, so hopefully he gets a touchdown, if not 2. That'd be great. And Justin Jefferson under 83.5 passing yards. Good defense from the Packers. A lot of targets in Minnesota. I think 83.5 is aggressive, but also he's a really good receiver, so no surprise, but also don't trust. They're not doing Nick Mullins, they're doing somebody else, so new quarterback. He could get the receiving yards, not going to lie to you, but there's so many other targets they can do there. against a good defense. I don't know. It's weird. I guess the Packers are sitting out Jair Alexander too. So take that as you will. But take that, and I'll put 83.5 under for Justin Jefferson. And that is a payout of $800.90. And that is it. That is my parlays for this week. Kind of just wanted to share it for you. I have some videos going out for tomorrow, which is New Year's Eve. And then the day after that for New Year's Day for ending off the year and then starting the year. Thought it'd be kind of cool and kind of cute. So decided to go for it. There's some certain series that are coming out here pretty soon. NFL Imperialism's almost done. So that should be coming out hopefully next week. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Let me know. StraightA Dawson out.